учиться. Поэтому, когда у нее родилась маленькая дочка, то есть
And we're back. Cool after consistency. On a Sunday afternoon. What's up, everyone? Kyle here.
Oh, yeah, it's Colin. Colin's here. I just found out about tank tops. My arms are
That's a
so
great tank top, though.
refreshed.
That's a great one.
And I'm here too, your lovable host, Philip Seymour Hoffman.
Yes, you.
Philip
Is he
Seymour.
dead?
Yes.
Yeah,
Okay,
he committed
well, I'm
suicide.
not here then.
Philip Seymour
Bad
Hoffman's
taste.
Ghost.
Okay, we're jumping right into it because I think we should just fucking get right
They
into
call
it.
me
Okay,
the master.
if you could invent an app,
Ooh.
what would it be?
Are we going right into questions?
Yeah.
You're not even going to talk about our week?
Nah, we'll get into
Come
that later.
on.
All right. What's been going on?
What's going on? Yeah, that's like, it's for the fans, man.
I wanted to get right into that because I was excited about that.
I'm
question.
about it too. If you can invent an app that only
You
tells
think about
you
it. We'll talk about our week.
Okay.
We'll come back.
No. Let's do days first.
What do you mean?
The ketchup. Let's
I
do,
know. So do that
let's
first.
do the
and then
ketchup
we'll
and
come
mustard
back to
first.
the app. So
Okay.
you can start then.
I'll start. So today's the first Sunday
Yeah.
of May.
That's
Except for
not
it's
right.
the last Sunday, maybe. It's not even that.
Yeah, the
I
next
failed on 2 counts.
What are you doing to yourself?
next Sunday's Race Sunday.
Woo! Uptown.
The best weekend in Indianapolis.
Yeah. It's been a good week in Indiana. The sun is finally out. It's no longer cold and freezing in spring.
That's true.
All
It did
the-
pour rain yesterday, like crazy amounts.
We're finally coming out of the torrential downpour season.
Yeah.
It's no longer Thailand.
That's what my biggest complaint.
My biggest
was
complaint
that it
about
was
Indiana
Thailand. Was
is that it's a
rain.
lot like Thailand and Vietnam, and that there's a wet season.
Thailand. Are you all
Except
right
for
there,
less-
man?
Am I all right?
Yeah, that rain really bothered you, didn't it?
Yeah, it bothered the Bangkok out of me.
Is
That's a GI.
a GI Joe.
You bought a
joke.
car?
A GI Joe joke. Because I can't say the word geography.
Yeah, I bought a car. Colin bought a.
I bought a pizza. It's
Combo
coming
pizza.
right
It's
now.
coming today.
Hopefully,
Over here, slow.
our lives aren't
Other
that
than
exciting.
that, I took this life the past week for me has been pretty great. I took the
Yeah.
whole week off from work and
Nice.
in between jobs, and it's been amazing. Sleeping in. Well, not really sleeping in, I guess, but
How
Till
can you do
8:30.
that? Like a brief break from the discussion. I find that after being in a adult lifestyle where it's expected of you to work 5 days a week on a normal job schedule,
Yeah.
I find that the days off are after the first one. It's pretty mind numbing because you're like, I gotta stay constructive, and if I don't have plans during the day, I'm just like,
Oh, yeah, for sure.
I kept my mind busy. I was out doing stuff. I ran errands.
yeah, and you
stuff
did
that I had
yard
to
work
do.
and stuff.
Just because, like, yes, because
But-
you don't want to have that mentality that you're just gonna be super lazy and do nothing.
Yeah, it's
the
funny
entire
that
day.
you have all the time in the world to relax, and yet you can't actually relax because it drives you crazy.
Yeah, I
it's
can't.
like Japan up in here.
It is really, really, really kind of warm up in here.
No, not the warmness, the incessant need to work.
Oh, I know. Yes, but it's the same mentality as
That
like,
was
you know-
like constructively racist.
Oh, one of the major health problems facing the people of our age in another part of our country is overwork.
That's true.
Is it really?
Yeah,
Didn't know that.
Yeah, but then
I learn some every day.
they do cool stuff like drift.
Tokyo
Cars.
Drift.
That's
Yeah.
only in Tokyo.
That's only one city in the country.
That's the only city that
think that's
exists
part of
in that
the,
country.
Osaka is just out of luck, man.
Osaka?
Osaka,
Or,
Japan.
yeah,
That's a place?
Okinawa.
Okinawa maybe.
Osaka. Actually, that probably is a. That
It might
probably-
be.
Wow.
There's gotta be more. There's more than that.
Mm-hmm.
That one city.
Hiro-
Okinawa,
Hiroshima.
Hiroshima.
Okay, well, let's not name the bomb cities.
That's all I know. It's those ones.
Hey, I don't know about you, but if my whole city got nuclear blasted to hell,
they rebuilt it.
they probably wouldn't rebuild the cities.
They did.
They did. I know what I'm saying is they did, so good on them.
Yeah, good on them.
But enough about World War
It's
II.
because all those hardworking individuals.
They overworked.
Yeah. Well, they had to build the city.
Okay, this is going too far.
This really got out of hand.
I was making a light comment. You guys took it down. The racist tunnel.
Whatever. Anyway, yes.
Who said
it's been a good
racist?
week so far, but this
I
coming
want
weekend's
wheelchair power.
this coming weekend is going to be epic.
Yeah,
It's race weekend.
for sure.
Yeah.
Starts Thursday,
So nothing's happening right now.
goes
but-
until Sunday evening.
Yeah.
Yep.
What time's the race on Sunday?
It starts at like in the morning.
We're gonna have a
9 or
live
10.
showing
Starts at
from the track.
Not
It's
in
like
the
9 or
fucking
10.
World, man.
We could
So
have
much
people.
equipment.
We
That
could
would
have
be- we
people
could take it-
follow
we
our
could
We
Yeah.
could. We could
stores.
technically do it. Technically, it wouldn't be impossible. It's doable. It's just more work than I want.
I would
to
say
do.
just like have people follow our Snap stories. Let's do that.
I'm
Or
down.
no
Instagrams.
thanks. No thanks. We follow yours.
You can
Okay.
you can be the one. You can promote it at the end.
I don't know what my Snapchat
We'll,
name
we'll,
is.
we'll look it up at the break, and then you can look. You
Yeah.
can
You can
promote it.
plug it.
Okay.
Yeah, but race
It's
weekend's
gonna be
coming.
good.
I'm excited. Okay, let's get back into the question.
For those of you who don't know what race weekend is, it's a question.
What is race
being
weekend?
that
It's a moral question.
what is the fine line between white trash
Mm-hmm.
and sportsmanship? No, that's not right.
That's not it.
The white trash part, yes.
Yeah.
And yet we're going.
Can you be white trash but also classy?
There- it's kind of
Classy
like
but trashy. Yeah.
it's kind of like you see the Kentucky Derby and how the people
Yeah. It's
the
dress.
opposite of
It's the
that.
opposite of that. The people, the way they dress and act.
These advanced machines that people have been working on for
If there's-
years.
If there's not an American flag or an eagle on any part of your apparel during the race, you don't.
You don't need to
belong
be there.
Yeah.
I'm excited.
Couldn't agree more.
I can't wait to be decked out in American flags.
Oh my goodness.
That's
Yeah.
You
I'm
guys-
ready, man.
These stinky people by the end of the.
This is why this week is so.
you can't smell anything by the end of the weekend.
I'm bringing baby wipes because you don't shower.
Well, yeah, you bring a
that's
rag
true.
and some soap,
Oh, that's.
and you
gross.
hope you're not a woman.
Is there anywhere to like? I've never done the snake pit thing that we're doing. I've never done that before. This will be the first time for me because. How many years have you guys done it? 3 or 4 years
This
now.
is
I've done
my
2.
So since college, I've been in Vegas the whole time. Twice in the last 4 years, I've gone to only carb day.
Oh.
That's it.
Which is silly. Carb day is nothing.
Club day is fun.
It's fun.
It's,
in
it's
own
fun if
right.
you're lame.
That was my thing.
I can think of better things to do than get sunburn.
How is it any different than the rest of the weekend? There's a small race going on. You're drinking and
Yeah.
in the sun.
Carb day is the race of the losers, right?
No, it's called the Indy Light. It's the Indy Light 100, and it's people that are trying to get
In.
into the.
Okay.
They're young. They're usually
Yeah.
young.
So carb day is when they put a whole bunch of pasta in front of you.
and you eat a bunch of
And you eat a
carbs. It's got nothing to do with carburetors. So yeah, race weekend's coming. I'm pumped. It'll be my first.
I'm stoked. This has been like my 4th or 5th time doing the whole camping and snake pit ordeal.
I think it's,
You go from Thursday to Sunday.
Yeah, I usually go
he's
Thursday
usually
night.
the first one to go down because he doesn't have a
Yeah.
job.
I do have a job. I
You take off Friday.
I usually ask way in advance to take Friday off because this is.
Oh, so
the-
you'll work all day Thursday,
Uh-huh.
and go straight there.
Yeah. Oh, we'll go down Thursday night. There's usually not a whole lot of people down there Thursday
Because it's
night.
technically crazy.
Yeah.
It starts Thursday morning though.
It starts however early you want it to start.
But like, if you go Thursday morning, you're going to be in a field, a very empty field with like maybe 20 other cars, like spaced super far out away from you.
It
So
fills
like,
in
it's not
really
fun.
quick.
It's not fun to be there that early.
My only experience that I have with the snake pit or those big parking lots is when I picked up an ex-girlfriend when she was wasted there.
it's a problem.
I was sober and she needed me to come pick her up in like the middle of the night,
Oh man,
and it took me 2.5 hours to find her
that sucks.
because
Yeah.
she couldn't
it all looks the
describe
same. Yeah.
to me where she was because it was dark and everything. It's just grid of cars and RVs and campfires and just garbage everywhere.
They've been doing the Coke lot for a while too, and I was talking about.
That's where it
talking
was. It was in
to-
the Coke lot.
I was talking to somebody at an open house yesterday, an adult who was like, yeah, I had to like try to go find my friends drunk and This is the days before cell phone, and as soon as he said that, I was like, "Oh, you poor bastard!" Like that sounds awful.
The
like,
people
no
have
cell
like, I
phone.
bet they use like hand radios.
Oh, I'm sure.
Flares that they shot into the sky.
There's Billy.
Brett, boom!
If you see a green flare, that's us.
There's thousands of flares being shot into the air all the time.
Look for the blue flare.
Look for the minigun just rifling off into the sky.
Oh, that's our friend. We try to change it up.
So to get away from the coke lot is the moral of the story. Anyway,
Yeah, people get shot.
Yeah.
Or they have in the
so
past.
yeah, we've done it. You've done it for 3. I've done it for 2.
Everything we're saying is very negative.
This is my fourth
That's
or
the
fifth
part
year.
of it. 4th or 5th.
Yeah.
It's an experience, and I'm looking forward to it.
One of our friends got his car stolen one night.
He
That's
left
a-
it unlocked with the keys in it,
Yeah.
running. So it's his own damn fault.
That's true.
Running.
Yeah.
He got in the middle of the night to do something. I think it was ever clarified what that
Did
was.
they ever find his car?
Yeah, they did.
Yeah,
Ran into like a
it
ditch.
was in a ditch. Yeah. Because
It was a piece of shit car, but
Still.
yeah.
still your car. Yeah.
I think it's better not to bring your car down there, but
Yeah. Tough.
Huh.
thank God I don't have an SUV, huh?
Yeah.
Brug.
Me.
Are you guys all 3 driving down separately?
I don't know what Jake's doing. I usually drive my Jeep down.
I'll be Ubering. My car's not going anywhere near
That sounds
Speedway.
tough. Oh my goodness. Yeah, your new one definitely.
I'm
not.
gonna have Kristen drop me off because I'm not
Yeah.
leaving my car that I just bought down there. Same with you. That's the same concept. No. Anyway, it's an experience. It can be kind of dangerous, but also a lot of fun.
See, now that you've asked the question, what is the real fun of the whole experience? It's hard to describe.
Oh, you're wild all day, man.
Yeah.
You're playing
It's
drinking
kind of
games
like-
all day, camping.
It's like a
out.
party that never stops.
Yeah.
But it's the closest thing we have to that concept in Indiana.
It reminds
Yeah.
me of
It might not be that
like
big.
spring break in like Daytona on
Yeah.
the beach,
Yeah.
but without the beach part.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
But
Indiana's version
so-
of that.
it's camping. Here, I
It's
think your
your
pizza's
pizza's
here.
here.
Oh, okay.
My dog is barking because the pizza's here. Oh boy. While you're gone, we're
Sorry.
gonna discuss some things, okay? Okay, so app ideas. If you had the ability to, where you could make,
What am I, Steve Jobs?
no, if you could, you could write code and you knew how to make an app, what would your app be and what would the function of it?
No, because if I say it, then someone else is gonna do it.
It's probably already just
TM.
say the verbal
I
trademark.
want to make an app where you can look at pictures of other people and compare yourself to them socially.
Like
And-
Instagram.
My app idea for the longest time was a camera function app that would take a picture of any document, and then I don't know if it would technically, because I don't know if the technology would be there or how easy that would be to code, but take a picture of any document
Did it?
and decode the information on that document into digital text instead of written text.
So not like a
So like someone hands you a business card, you take a picture of their business card and it automatically imports the contact information and name and email address if it's there into your phone book. Boom, done. Easy as cake. That would be a huge time saver.
that's awesome.
I think the technology's there by now, but I think it's already been done. The other
If
thing,
it hasn't, very cool idea.
trains, because it's hauled. Take it from the scanning process, because scanners are so big, clunky, and outdated that it would be so much easier just to take a picture with your phone.
It's kind of like, I know that kind of technology, you can do that with like Lyft. So instead of hand typing in your card information,
Yeah.
Make sure
you take a picture of the front and the back of
Yeah.
the car and it just pulls all the information right
check
off.
they do
caching
that.
has moved that way now
Yep.
recently.
Yeah, Chase
So
does that.
I think
yeah.
very much the technology is there, and I haven't really looked, but that was my biggest idea for the longest
I
time.
like that. That's very cool.
That's cool. I like that a lot.
Yeah, it's like boringly practical,
But that's
how much time would it actually
Yeah.
save?
Mine was going to be I know you have, okay, so you know how iPhone to iPhone can like direct message each other,
Yeah.
iMessage and everything? So 2 things. It would be a universal platform where texting just is direct message. It's no longer an
There's a
individual.
lot of those.
But like, I understand
makes
that.
it
But
different?
like a platform that they build into your phone. It's just built into every single phone, regardless of the carrier, regardless of the.
Oh, okay.
Well, that's a bureaucratic thing more than technology thing.
And the same thing would be the ability is to, if you give permission to somebody, you could track where people are. So like if we were, let's say the three of us were friends, then you could
they
be
have
like
that on iPhone.
only on iPhone, and you have to physically share it or send it to somebody. Again, so universal platform where you say, hey, I can't figure out where I am. So like
Yeah.
for like the Coke lot, let's say we're lost or something
I
like
like
that. But down to within, let's say, a foot of accuracy, you have the ability to, like, it'll say, okay, this is the path you can walk to get to this person where they're located, where their phone is located right now, kind of thing. You see what I'm saying? Does that make sense?
Yeah.
It's very similar to a lot of products that are already out there.
For sure.
Not that it's bad, but I think the biggest problem there is you're inciting is the Android versus iPhone
Yeah.
thing.
And then you got Google and all those.
well, Google is Android. Google owns Android.
Oh, I guess that's true.
Samsung
Samsung.
just happens to be the person who makes the phones. Google manufactures the.
Don't they
operating
have Google
system.
phones though?
Yeah, but they still run Android.
Oh, gotcha. Do you have one?
A phone?
Yeah. Yeah, it's called Bender. It's Tinder for people who are drunk out of their minds.
So what do you?
That's Tinder.
It's like you're on a bender, but you're looking for some action.
So are you looking
it's
for people
Tinder.
to drink with?
No, it's just looking. No, it could be. that's
Hey, come
that's
drink with
more
me.
sad.
I'm wasted.
That's more sad.
I have
I'm
no.
alone. There's nobody here beside me.
Let's get on Bender.
Bender. Yeah.
Is it for gay people?
No, that's Grinder.
So it's Brinder.
No,
You could be anybody.
it's Tinder. It's Bender.
It's,
You're on a
it's-
bender.
It's
Is
Tinder.
it straights
It's-
And
only?
you're looking
that
for
your-
peoples.
Is that your slogan, your vision quest for an app?
Is it straights only?
It's Tinder. It's Binder.
It's Bender. No, I actually, I'm not very well versed in technology and what exists or doesn't, so I don't know.
The
like,
App Store
what-
is huge.
Act like you don't know, and then let's say if for the sake of
If
this,
I could just let's start over when apps like were first becoming a thing, what I would want.
Snapchat.
I got this thing called Twitter. No. I've always liked the
I
idea.
got this thing.
I've always liked the idea of like what you were talking about earlier, as far as like scanning like payment or documents and things like that. I've always liked the idea of apps where you can take a picture of like
Instead of typing everything in 100 times.
yeah, well, just like taking a picture of like an animal or like a tree or like some object, and it just gives you like little pinpoint information of that object, like what type of tree it is,
Oh, like a-
what type of
yeah.
animal it is, like where are they more indigenous.
Ooh, so
to.
kind of like what's that one where you pulled the button, and it would listen to the music and then tell you what the song is?
Oh yeah, like Shazam, but
Same
it's like
thing.
Shazam for zoos.
Yeah,
That's awesome.
yeah.
Well, they kind of do that. They kind of zoos are non for profit, right?
Yeah.
No, I have no idea. So like they put QR codes
Mm-hmm.
on turnstile like plates
Yeah.
in front of exhibits, and
Okay,
you can
that's a-
scan that,
that's at
and
the
then
zoo,
it tells
though.
you the same. Yeah, well, fuck it. You gonna get a terrapin out in the wild? There's
What-
only like 6 animals in Indiana.
What if like you want to know what kind of tree that is and you don't know in your own backyard?
It's a maple.
Okay, what if you don't know?
Then I'll have Trinder.
Trender.
Is that what it's called? Tree Tinder. If you want to hang
Find
out,
out all about the local trees near you.
Spreading the seeds of life.
you don't have to be lonely.
Okay, I guess it would be more like Shazam, so it'd be.
I don't know.
Shazam.
You don't have to copy some of the name. You can be whatever.
No, it's name recognition.
So the
Hey, you like Shazam? It's like Shazam, but for trees.
on Silicon
Because
Valley.
I think it's not just trees; it's anything.
We'll call it Pied Piper.
on Silicon Valley, one of the characters makes an app called Seafood, SEE Food, and it's basically a thing where you take a picture of food and it'll tell you what kind of food it is.
Yeah, but
But-
you ordered it.
They don't really, it doesn't really work. That was just their idea. So that technology is like way ahead of us because you'd have to have a database of like every tree, every animal, like so like it would have to
It's
be able
there. You just have to
There'd have to be-
digitize it.
There'd have to be some way that the program can recognize
Right.
what you're taking a picture of. Because what if it's too dark or too
to.
light?
Yeah.
It wouldn't work a lot of the time. But
So
it would
they-
work at a zoo.
Yeah, that's the idea of like how
We
you
should
would
just scratch this. Let's do
I
the
don't
zoo
know
one.
zoo.
you'd have to set it up by you'd have to have like research teams and engineers that find like multiple pictures and multiple lights of this certain thing.
Yeah. They
and
have
then it would be
distinctive
able to,
features
yeah,
that you-
Yeah, exactly.
How
So
like what's the
Google.
bark look
So
like?
Old,
What's, how
only
many-
really Google.
I mean, an app like that with how much work it would take to make would probably be like a $5 app. Like it would
No one
would
would
cost
buy
money
it.
to do that shit. Yeah.
Unfortunately, if it
People
costs
buy-
money,
But it would be used more for people who are outdoorsy and going
Sure.
on
Have
hikes.
Have you heard
and
about
stuff
the
like
app that was like $1,000 and it doesn't
didn't
do anything?
It's just to see if people would buy it, and they had to
And
pull
people and people bought it.
that? That's nuts.
it. Yeah.
It's like Lonzo Ball's shoes. It does
But
nothing.
But you got not. You literally just got this little
I'm a
icon.
better basketball player, and I
Yeah.
spent $500.
That's nuts.
God, I mean, like, and stupid people bought. They spent. Like you said, no one's gonna buy it. There's idiots out there, and yes, they
Well,
will.
Wow.
Idiots buying your product does not make it successful.
No, not at
Unfortunately, that's
all.
not enough to regain
So even if
capital.
one person use it, you wouldn't call it a success. I
Yeah.
would.
I mean, I just got $1,000 for nothing, so yeah, why not?
well, Apple would take their cut, which is like 25%.
Oh, forget them.
Yeah. Screw that.
That's a good one. I like that one.
If I had another one, I would make fucking Pokemon for the iPhone. Jesus Christ, Nintendo.
So not
Not Pokemon Go, but
not
the
Pokemon
actual
Go.
Pokemon
The actual
games.
just where
Well-
you can literally just battle. The
Yeah.
exact.
Yeah,
Sure. There
that's
was
nice,
there was
but
a
you
recent
can-
release.
You
Seriously.
can jailbreak your phone to do that.
Yeah, but
Shh.
there was a recent release that they're coming out with a new Legend of Zelda game and Pokemon themed games for mobile platforms. Not their mobile platforms, but phones. But they're not the games. They're just those characters in mobile themed games like Super Mario Jump, where it's like, you like Mario,
yeah.
but we're going to take away the ability for you to choose what direction you're running in. You can only jump. That's it. Have
Yeah,
fun.
it's just a tap phone
So
game.
it's like
yeah.
that's
It's 'cause
not.
it's so
like,
simplistic.
it's
The code for
close
that
to
is-
Mario, but it's not Mario.
Yeah, I have.
Which
That,
they
that-
have-
I'm not gonna spend money.
And
They
then
have
they-
so many games like that anyway. Because what game was that where you literally had to like jump?
Flappy Bird.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
where you had to like go through this obstacle course without touching the top or the bottom.
Then they released
Stupid.
Pokemon Go. People loved that, but it wasn't Pokemon. It was maybe a next evolutional step of Pokemon, but the problem was they forgot to figure out why you'd want to play the game. What's
Yeah.
the point of catching the Pokemon?
The battling
There
wasn't
isn't any.
worth enough.
The battling was stupid because you can attack and defend, but it's really laggy and you can't tell when blocking doesn't actually do anything. You might as well just tap as fast as you
And
can.
I feel like you didn't get enough out of battling.
yeah,
like
there was no point in winning.
you had to hold the gym instead. Like
And the
I'd
holding the
rather-
gym wasn't even your responsibility. It was a
Yeah.
computer version of you.
Yeah,
And it was stupid because the opponent could just be a higher level than you and just take it.
I'd rather like just go battle my friends and just be like,
But you
oh, I
can't-
beat him, so I earn like this much experience points for that Pokemon or something.
They
like
didn't think
that.
it through.
Yeah,
It looks.
yeah.
It's, to me, it
It's a
seems
great
like
idea with no fall through in
They didn't think it through at all.
Yeah.
gameplay.
Now all they're doing is adding more Pokemon. That's it.
it's wrong.
So it's more of a collection game than anything else.
it's just a waste of a great idea. So they put out another Pokemon game that was like pinball.
Yeah.
Pokemon pinball. It's
I'd be
like,
down for
why?
that though.
Or
It's just a
tops or
themed
something. I don't
pinball.
know, but like, okay, I'm not saying that our age group we grew up with Pokemon, but we weren't necessarily like. If you actually go and play a Pokemon game now, you get through a few levels through nostalgia, but it's kind of boring.
Yeah, for sure.
So I don't really know what I'm asking for there, but it's like, what a great mobile game. If you just didn't
Do
make
you
people
have the-
buy a handheld
Do you
system.
have the drive like that you had when you were 12 to sit there and play an entire?
Well, no, but think about this. The whole point of like a Game Boy was that you could play it on the go. So you'd bring it in your bag or something and you play it on the bus or whatever.
Yeah.
Well, that's great. And you essentially do the same thing with your iPhone now. It's with you always. So there are situations where you could play for 5-10 minutes in your car while you're driving.
For sure.
And it wouldn't really be that bad ultimately. But the game is set up in a way to make you buy a separate system, which you don't, no matter how comfortable they make mobile platforms, it's never truly mobile because it will never be as mobile as your phone, and it doesn't do that
Yeah.
much.
Because all it does is play that game.
Play a game, yeah.
So once they start releasing games for your phone that do the exact same
Yeah.
thing,
Yeah, definitely.
I'm not big on the touchscreen. They're not as responsive.
Yeah.
It will never beat a touchscreen. A piece of glass will never have the same feel as physical buttons.
Well, the problem is that it
because
takes
there's
up
nothing to touch. You're not.
takes up your view with the controls.
yeah, for
too.
sure. That's the biggest thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That like as I've seen, they released some like 8th party group released
Yeah,
some.
you sent me that.
I
It
sent you
has
that, yeah.
so many ads, and
Yeah.
it was like, oh my god, this is translated so poorly.
Yeah, so I got rid of it, but I mean, they named the professor like
I don't remember.
doctor or something
Yeah.
like that. It was just translated from what? I mean, didn't the Japanese people make it?
No, it wasn't.
It was German.
Yeah, sure.
Well, maybe someday we'll see.
Uh,
Do you guys have any other ones?
No, that's a good question though.
I have one
Like,
more.
Okay.
I'd love the idea of the Chromecast, but I feel like
But like built in,
yeah,
like built into the
I
TV.
feel like you shouldn't have to have an extraneous.
I feel like that's where
Modular.
we're going though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
they're gonna start selling televisions with it built in.
And you
I feel
shouldn't
like
have to-
Chromecast will make their own TV.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it shouldn't need to be. You shouldn't need to be attached to the same Wi-Fi. You should just be able to set like a password to a TV and be able to just cast to it.
Yeah.
Call Google and complain.
Yeah. Motherfuckers.
Listen to me. I've got this great idea.
Why'd you unleash 4K when no one owns a 4K TV yet? That's the real problem.
Do you remember the was it UV? They released that too. That was really.
OLED. You talking about?
No,
the
I'm talking about like
360
no, I'm
or
talking
the
about like it was like a step above Blu-ray. You remember that?
HD Blu-ray.
Oh,
was
I
like-
think so. Yeah.
It was like purple. It was better. It was so all the discs had purple backs instead of blue backs.
Oh,
Ultraviolet. Yeah.
Ultraviolet. Yep.
Yeah.
That's remember that?
I
that-
do vaguely. Yeah.
Stupid. Like they upgrade the dumbest stuff. It's like why?
Yeah.
It's a rebranding more than an upgrade.
So what exactly are you? Is the product really moving forward? Are we really getting a better version of it?
Did you?
No.
I always thought the curved TVs were weird. I was like, does anyone really care to
You have to
this?
be so close to that to really.
Get the full effect of the
Yeah.
curve?
And
Like,
it costs 5 times what the other TVs do.
The
No.
idea was that if you're like sitting to the side of it, you can still get a good like view of the TV. Like, who's
Not enough-
sitting that far to the side? Like,
When they try to add that kind of stuff into any product, I always find it hilarious because it's like not enough is you're not changing enough to make it revolutionary. You're tweaking very minor things
Right.
of
Yeah.
an already good idea. A television is already a good idea by itself. And when you try to rebrand it and add
Yeah.
all these little cool features about it, you're not changing enough that makes me want to spend an extra $2,000 on a television
Jeez.
that really doesn't do anything differently than the cheaper one. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Is the
for sure.
visual experience really that much different?
Nah.
No, it's not worth that kind of money. It's the same thing with the ones that like have the light that comes on the back. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
That so it changes colors as whatever you're watching. It so it feels like the TV's not even there. It's part
like
of the wall.
vibrant in the room.
Yep.
Yeah.
So you get sucked in all the color. Yeah, but what if I'm not watching a commercial that's designed to show all those colors?
Yeah.
What's the point of all that
Oh,
stuff?
you're watching
You could do a
black and
lot
white
with
film.
that technology, though.
Again, but is it worth that much? The more money that you're spending and paying for.
Just like apps.
I've always
Just like
liked.
apps.
I've liked the idea of now you would have to get this. You'd have to make it to where it would work properly without like hiccups in the technology. But I've liked the idea of controlling a TV, like a smart TV, but not by touching it, by like hand controls, kind of like a Kinect camera or something like that.
When have you
Wh-
experienced that?
With a Kinect.
With the Kinect, yeah. Like you can control like your menu on the Xbox with the Kinect.
It never worked.
But right, and that's why
a
I'm saying
better
you would
version of
need
it.
you'd need to perfect this technology. But if we got a TV where there was a camera built in and you could like smart screen like technology it with your hand, Like that'd be amazing.
That would be really cool. It'd
Yeah.
be very responsive.
Like if you just held your hand to the right side of the TV and moved it up, it would turn volume up or volume down. If you went and scrolled down, or like you could like just swipe to change channels like with your hand, like your finger or something like that. Just like weird stuff like that. I think that would be like the coolest way to
See, that to
bring
me
up.
is something that's you're changing the game enough in that
Right.
kind of the money that the extra money you'd be spending
Yeah.
to me would make more sense
Right.
because that's so much different than a remote control.
Yeah, for
And
sure.
just saying,
Technology that hasn't advanced.
now it's a
in
different remote
decades.
control that's touchscreen.
Yeah.
Whatever. I don't. That doesn't.
But it's not even the whole controller. It's just like one small box at the top.
Yeah.
It's ever touchscreen.
Still, it's just. It's.
But I like the idea of just being like on the couch and like waving your hand and like doing some sort of control
Yeah.
from that. Yeah.
Yeah.
I like the idea of putting the controller app on your phone. I like this all-inclusive idea that
Oh,
kind
yeah.
of bringing it back to the beginning idea is that while the car app that I just downloaded for the car that I got probably isn't the best thing in the world, the idea that I could control something just
Can you start it from there?
yeah, I can start with my.
That's
well,
very cool.
Yeah.
It's not really started. It's not going to drive. I still have to kind of turn it on, but it'll blow the like
But
heat and
what's-
stuff. Yeah,
So you don't have to get an aftermarket
starter.
auto start. You
Yeah.
can sit in the winter. You can sit in your room when you wake up in the morning, start the car, and then get in the
Heat it
shower.
up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
And you get in there, and it's a toasty car.
Just like I want my TVs. I guess what I'm saying is
I want some toasty TVs.
the more we push to the future where everything is on our phones, the more I don't really mind that. As long as the apps work, I guess.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
The fact that there's not really a universal remote app. There was an AT&T one. I remember in college we had AT&T and we lost a remote. So one day I looked for an app and there was one, and I pissed everybody off because I kept turning off their TVs.
you could do it from anywhere.
You could do it from anywhere in the house. Oh my god, that was hilarious. It was so not because all you do was attach yourself to the Wi-Fi network.
Yeah.
Oh,
Uh,
it did it through the Wi-Fi.
Yeah. Oh my god, it was awesome.
They could be like watching a show. You be in the
Yeah,
bathroom in your
you
room.
just like
and-
boop, turn the TV off.
Hey! That's great.
You can only do that for like 2 weeks before people are like, fucking stop it.
Please stop. All right, that's a good stopping point. We're gonna take a quick break.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, we'll be back.
Brother.
We're back from break.
Are we now?
Hey, I remember that time we came back from break.
That fresh drink.
I got my fresh drink on.
yours
I'm
is
looking like Don Cheadle in a tux made of leopard skin.
All right,
It doesn't have to rhyme.
one of those scenarios.
Hold on, you had a brief second to analyze that statement.
Wait, what did he just say? Okay, it is one of your
What
turns.
would, my first question, what would that feeling be like?
Don Cheadle?
Cheadle in a tux full of leopard skin.
Made of leopard skin,
Let
not
me
full
know.
of.
That's
I'm
just got,
smuggling
it's just
leopard skin into the country.
Stuffed in
It's a
leopard
normal.
skin.
It's a normal suit that he just has like a bunch of leopard skin.
It's like a
on.
big, it's like bursting at the seams.
Hey, do you have leopard skin?
are you
no.
smuggling leopard skin here?
Pulls it out of his pocket.
You want to buy some leopard skin?
Of course I got leopard skin. I'm Don Cheadle, motherfucker.
That was the best. That was the best Don Cheadle impression.
I don't know if you ever heard of Don Cheadle program. It sounds like this.
All right, Don Cheadle, you're up.
I'm up. Oh, hey, okay.
Could have been either of us.
So,
It could have been him for saying that, or me for doing the voice.
Either of you, Don Cheadles, you're up.
so I have the question. If
If you were Don Cheadle, would you buy the market share of leopard skin?
Oh gosh.
So, if you could trade places, Freaky Friday style, with anyone in the world,
I haven't seen that movie. I don't get that reference. Start over.
That means nothing to me.
Start over.
who would it be? Why? And what would you do as that person? That's it.
Wow, that's
I hate your question.
That's all of it.
that's tough. I'll jump in. Okay, I would have to pick. The obvious answer is a famous actor or athlete.
Yeah.
Which
for
one
money.
though?
Or why not?
But
yeah.
it's not your money. You just get to spend their money.
Doing
Yeah, but
crazy
there are
things.
richer people in the world than them. That's. I mean, if you're going that route for money,
The guy who owns Fox Net News.
you could go Ted Turner
That
and just say some racist shit.
I would have said Bill Gates or
Oh, dude, yeah.
But
No,
people
see,
would,
it-
he's a crippled.
I'm going to stay
now.
away from money because that's he,
I think you're thinking of Stephen Hawking. Bill Gates is not a cripple.
Have you asked him?
I have. I talked to him yesterday.
he said he's fine.
He's very reclusive.
He called me about the rain.
Is it raining there?
Colin.
He was like, "Is it raining Thailand's out there?"
It's me, your friend,
Bill Gates.
Bill Gates,
I would pick.
Gil Bates.
I would pick. God.
It's not easy.
I would
when
pick
we're doing
Hugh
this.
Jackman.
Ooh.
So you could tattoo
like
the name.
that.
So I
Huge
could,
Jacked
but I
Man
would have,
on your
but I
arm.
would have wanted to do it.
That joke was perfect, and you interrupted it. God damn it!
So you could. I would want to like do the filming of
Wolverine and stuff like that.
Yeah, Logan.
Well, he's
Hell
not doing
yeah.
it. Wow, we're
Hell
past
yeah.
that. This is future tense.
Okay, but still,
No, it fits. I like it. Yeah.
that'd be fun. Like that.
yeah,
just
that'd be
I-
so much fun.
if I had more time to like sit here and think like, okay, what cool celebrities could I sleep with,
Yeah.
and what money could I spend
Cool
with Bill?
celebrities.
Is he
Yeah,
single?
You
like
still have the
cool
same
ones.
game.
What?
You still have the same game. You wouldn't just.
Who?
Yeah, but you're Hugh Jackman.
Hugh Jackman.
Yeah.
You walk up and do your normal
you're an
like thing,
Australian
like,
actor.
"Hey, baby, you want
It's-
me to buy you $3 shots at the bar?"
And he's Australian. That's sexy no matter what.
That's what I'm saying.
Is he married? Do you know?
I think
does
so.
anyone know? So you would just be a cheat.
Charlize Theron.
You've got no connection to this actual woman.
she's hot.
So you can do whatever you want.
That's right.
But
I'm Hugh Jackman,
yeah.
and I would get his voice too, wouldn't I?
Yeah. Yeah, you
Yeah,
I just have
your
my own brain.
conscious.
you would
Yeah.
just have the mind. Yeah, the conscience. Yeah.
I'd make him do a bunch of weird shit.
dance.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, dance.
I
Look at me
would
dance.
if you're that famous of an actor too, you could pitch like damn near anything to Hollywood. It's just like
I'm right.
I want to do a show where I'm a talking crocodile.
Well, you've made so many good movies. We're gonna let this one slide.
We're gonna let this one go.
Give me the script
Funding.
in 16 weeks. You can start shooting today.
You just spitball for 16 weeks.
Me and Gilbert Gottfried. That's what we're doing.
He comes
Don
back
Cheadle's
to the
gonna
Bobby.
direct.
Don Cheadle's the alligator. You're his bird friend.
So you're not even Hugh Jackman. You're
Hugh
a
Jackman
bird.
comes back to his body. He's like, "When did I sign up for this shit?"
It turns out to be one of the greatest of all successes of all time. People
It's
like,
a-
I love that show.
And you're like, "That was me."
It was a.
I was in your body.
It's a children's show, but you're just teaching them all the wrong things. This is how you snort a line of coke.
Kids, you don't need algebra. Algebra's for squares. That's me, Crikey the crocodile.
Why would your accent change as your mid sentence?
Only his name is Australian.
Crocky the crocodile.
That's
But like he
fucking
speaks
hilarious.
perfect English the rest of the time.
Hey, Frank.
Oh, man.
Oi, bugger!
Oi, bugger.
Oh God. Who would you do? Or be? Whatever.
I'd love to be huge Jack man. There, I got
Huge
the joke
Jack-
out.
Just
the
to
joke
get
out.
the joke out.
He got it out.
Stupid joke.
I don't know. I'd like to see what like
Like a woman's body.
Shaun White is up to recently.
Oh, that'd be cool.
Because I don't know if he's really like doing anything.
Why would he?
Because you'd have their skill too. I would put that out. You'd have their skill.
You just
for
have
sure.
it. You
yeah.
The
Because
only-
he has the athleticism and you have the. You'd understand how to do it. I think.
Would I change bodies with him? I don't know. I don't know if I'd have the sensibility to do like because he's obviously gone through the training and the experience to be
Yeah.
able to do.
Okay, so what I was going to say.
skill is there,
The skill
but-
is there. You have the ability, but part of a lot of that experience where you learn to do something
Mentality.
is mental.
Yeah,
so if you
that's
don't know
true.
how to, you wouldn't just jump in his body and be able to do all the things that he did
Yeah,
because
that's true.
half of that ability is mental.
You'd have to like study and learn how he did what he
and if
did.
you're only
Yeah.
in this body for the end of Friday, so you really don't have time to do that.
That's funny because there's a God damn you. There's a Nike commercial in which this British like teenager trades bodies with Cristiano Ronaldo, and
Who's
Cristiano
not even remotely the same.
no, but Cristiano Ronaldo wakes up as this young English teenager. And immediately just goes and scorches like the teenage like English league that he's in. while the teenager who's in Cristiano Ronaldo's body is enjoying life. But then he gets to the point where he's like, oh shit, I'm ruining Cristiano's name because I don't know what I'm doing out here. And so he just like starts training, but he's Cristiano Ronaldo's body. So he like eventually gets to the point where he is actually as good as Cristiano Ronaldo. And all the whole time, Cristiano Ronaldo is making a name for this teenager. And they eventually meet in the World Cup. And then they like slide tackle each other, and like that's how they switch bodies again. But like the teenager like works so hard to like become as good as Cristiano Ronaldo. So when they switch back, it's like,
It's the same.
oh, I'm still a great soccer player now. Like, yeah,
That's
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah.
So that's exactly what you were trying to say.
I want to be Cristiano Ronaldo, but I want to change my name to just Cristiano. Drop the Ronaldo.
Cristiano. Just that's it. I'm a like Nene. You're just the one. You're a one
Nanny,
trick pony.
as I tell myself. I wouldn't want to be a politician, I think.
You said Sean White.
Well, no,
You have to
that
do
was
it.
a joke.
I already called him.
dips.
He's on.
Yeah.
He's on board.
Dips for you.
I don't know. I don't think I'd really enjoy being a celebrity.
So then, who would you want to be? A random person? A woman? An animal? A tree?
Freaky Friday with an animal would be really suck. Everyone has to deal with the person who is now embodied
But
by
you
an
can
animal.
speak English. Like if you switch bodies
Tyler,
with
what's
Jaeger.
wrong with you? You're like a baboon. But
Jaeger
I'm
in your body.
You're just throwing your own poop at people.
Then I'm the baboon. I do the Cristiano Ronaldo thing. I get really good at throwing shit. And then we meet in the World Cup of throwing shit.
And we're here.
Oh God.
The shit throwing championships.
A child versus a baboon.
Child.
You're the guy.
I'm trying to picture you're a cat in your body though.
I don't
Just
know.
like jumping into walls and shit, chasing after laser pointers.
He's just like he's like perched up on the windowsill right there.
not much different than my actual
see
life.
that?
we eventually tap into it and we're like, dude, he acts like a cat. What
Why's he
happens
doing
if we
this?
Check the cat.
let's shine
It's
this
you.
laser pointer on the
Yeah,
wall
you're
and see
just
what
playing-
happens.
Jaeger's sitting on the couch playing the Nintendo Switch, drinking a beer. Sup, guys?
Took you a while to catch on. I don't even
Oh my
with us.
God!
How am I doing this?
Jaeger is the name of the cat here, by the way.
It's like this.
I'm palming the joystick, which is never a good idea.
You're pretty good with that.
Cats
that
have
was
good
Kelsey.
reflexes.
Kelsey used to do that. Remember?
Yeah, she's just like, dude.
We were trying to. We would try to show everyone. Use your thumb, idiot. Use your fucking thumb. And it's like, no, palm. Palm sounds good.
Cats,
All fingers.
Oh, fingers and palm.
cats with the mind of a human though, their reflexes are pretty quick. Do you think they'd be pretty solid at video games? Like I know they don't have thumbs, but like, you think
No.
they're fast enough that they could just like,
Maybe some of like the Mario Party games where they have to
Yeah.
like press a button really
You
fast.
have to realize that we've had years of intellectual training to understand the concepts of video games, though.
I know, but
a
if they
completely
had
foreign
your
concept.
mind, so you understand the video game, but
No.
you had the reflexes, the arm like speed of a cat, like oh my goodness,
You could beat the crap out of
you could
people in
go
video
play Bop It.
I could get 3-star gold cups in every cup.
games with your cat paws
Yeah.
easily.
I don't have to go to work anymore. Got
He's oh, that's true. Your cat can deal with your students.
go to work.
Yeah. What? Mr. Goodrow, you're just meowing.
Mr. Goodrow, teach us something. Where are the windows?
Where are the windows?
There are no windows in this classroom. He's learned English too.
Oh god.
Okay,
You didn't pick one.
Sean White. We'll go back to Sean White. Just because I want to.
Are you gonna stop moving the microphone into my face anytime soon?
Stop it.
I'm
damn
trying
it.
to feed you
Please
the
stop.
microphone.
Okay, so you'd pick Sean White and be a world class. Would
Would-
you stick to skateboarding or snowboarding, or just do something really weird?
And would you grow your hair back out?
I would dye my hair in the one day.
He cut it off, did
Yeah, he has short hair now. He has hair similar to us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you can't be Carrot Top all the time.
he? He had long ass hair.
Carrot Top. That man is ripped. Carrot
Is it
Top.
really?
Carrot Top is? Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh
very
my
ripped.
goodness. Carrot Top is jacked. I don't know why. He does prop comedy. I don't
Why is
know
he
why
so
you need muscles for that.
Because he's been a laughing stock of the world,
Well, that's the point, isn't it?
but like in a bad way.
Okay,
Yeah.
so if I had to really pick a person, like really, I want to be the guy who invented Scotch tape.
Okay.
He's probably a billionaire by now.
Or he's dead.
He's probably dead.
Scotch tape. His name is
Seymour
Jimmy
Scotch.
Scotch. Yeah.
Anyway, next question.
That's it. I just
These
wanted
jokes are getting old.
I wanted to invent Scotch tape, and then that's really all I care about in this world.
So, I don't know. I would probably pick somebody who had a talent that I don't have.
Oh,
but
have you not gone yet?
But isn't
No.
technically.
Oh my God.
It's not like a mental talent. You know what I mean? Like so,
Like
a
a
great
soccer player?
singer. No, like
Singer.
like a really good singer, like I don't know, Frank Ocean or something like that. Like just like being able to have his talent and like make music from his abilities rather than make music from what I can do.
What would be
which
one of
is
your
not a
songs?
lot. I don't know.
I'm Frank Ocean for today.
I wouldn't change up his like style of anything or anything like that. I would
It's a
still
number
sing
one hit.
like I would still sing about like being bisexual and stuff like that, even though I'm not. But like I'd keep it real to
Would
who
you have
he
sex with
is.
dudes?
But
My
it'd be
real
fun.
name is
no, I wouldn't.
Colin.
I wouldn't.
I'm in Frank Ocean's body.
Yeah.
I'm not a bisexual, but I will honor his choices.
Yes,
You-
just like that.
You'd honor all his decisions.
Yeah.
So let's say when the day you switch into his body,
You never get to
he
go
happens
back.
to be dating a guy at the time.
I'd just be like, sorry, man, this is over. Sorry, buddy. Freaky Friday, you get it.
You come back tomorrow.
I spilled some alcohols on my leg.
Okay, so what? Okay, so he's dating a man. You just break up with him. What if he's your husband?
Frank Ocean never
Frank Ocean
marries.
isn't married.
What if he is?
A soccer player would be good too because that's a sport that I already have like technical skill in, but I'm not the athlete to like World Cup players.
Right.
So like switching with somebody like an Eden Hazard to where like I know his style of play. So like if I had his physical ability, I could mimic his style of play. I may not be as good because he still is technically better than me too, but like I still have enough technical skill in soccer to like keep that up, keep what he's doing up at least, I think. And that would be fun because you're rich, you're in London, you're like fooling around with Belgian ladies and all those people. So
Belgian.
yeah, he's Belgian.
Is he really?
Yeah, Eden Hazard.
Belgian.
His last name is a warning.
Yeah,
What?
Eden Hazard.
I didn't even get that. Some.
Or a pitcher. A pitcher in the MLB would be fun.
Pitcher in a
one?
bar.
Because like,
You can hold a lot of liquid.
ooh,
Ooh, I'm good at this.
I don't know. Clayton Kershaw would be good because he has like the grip strength to like really whip a ball.
Madison
and, like,
Bumgarner.
just drop a ball like 4 feet on
That's
a
a
curveball.
bad choice because I can't pull up music from Madison Bumgarner. So the joke's dead.
We don't have the rights to this. What are you doing?
fair use.
Yeah, I don't know. An athlete would be cool, but you'd have to obviously pick an athlete where you understand and can do the sport to
Right.
an extent. Yeah.
I'd love to try out like different professions that I have never done before,
Yeah.
like be a hockey player. Do a day.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
And just see what it's like to do a.
You
would
get
be
really
practice.
bored because you don't understand the sport of hockey.
I can
Yeah,
skate,
but you.
I mean,
yeah, we can skate. So like, if you switch to somebody who was literally just a bruiser, like not a technical player, but
Just
just
fight
like
'em.
skates and smacks people, you could succeed at that. Yeah,
Maybe.
I think it'd be fun.
yeah.
Okay. I got one. You ready? You ready for this?
Yeah.
Okay. In honor of Alien Covenant
Okay.
coming out,
Yeah.
a movie about not aliens in particular, but human scientists,
And their
biologists, and their covenant to settle a new world,
Yeah.
much like Earth. What year do you think feasibly we will seek out new worlds, and what technology do you think we'd have to invent first to be able to do that?
I like that.
I think I can't think of like a year one is just.
We'll be
sort of-
Because
long
like the
dead.
biggest science
Yeah.
fiction thing has always
Yeah.
been like, 2000, 2007, 2050. It's always like 25 years after.
Yeah. I think okay, so I can't really guess like year. That's all basically like because who would have known we would have smartphones by now? It just
I think
happens that
that's a big
someone
part of the
developed
I don't
the
think
technology.
smartphones were in the eye of the sci-fi beholder at all.
Right, right. But that's what I'm saying. Someone found this, like, oh, we can do this. Like, let's pursue it. Like, I'm saying, so the year that you would guess is sort of arbitrary.
No, it's not.
A little bit. I think
A decade, 50 years, 100 years,
maybe
1,000 years.
Okay, all right. So if we're generalizing it, yeah, I would say probably in the next 50 years
You think we'll be exploring other planets?
we could be
feasibly.
exploring. Yeah, the biggest thing that you need to explore that far away is having a shuttle that can go that distance. So the biggest technology that we need right now to be able to do that is probably a fuel source that can burn that slowly and still give off that much energy.
I mean, that's a good idea. Yeah.
yeah. You'd need something that you can store that won't take up a whole lot of space or a whole lot of weight that you can burn and it'll take you that far of a distance.
Faster than light travel is what I was going to poke at. And the
Yeah.
fact that there's such a, it's hard for human to comprehend what a light year actually is.
Oh,
and
yeah,
how
for
long
sure.
that is, and how
It's not possible to comprehend it because you have no frame of reference.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
of how far that actually
All
is.
we know is a number, a
Kinda, yeah.
statistical number. That's it.
in that
Yeah.
for a human to be conceivably, and it goes back to like Inception, that whole concept that 18 years is an hour on this
Yeah.
planet back on Earth, and that
You
everyone
saw-
around you is aging faster. Just that difficulty of dealing with that humanity,
You said Inception. That's not.
or not
the movie,
Inception,
right?
Interstellar.
Interstellar.
same movie,
Yeah,
same
yeah,
movie.
yeah. I knew what you were talking about. I was like,
every
I don't know
hour
if
is
that's enough.
7 years or whatever.
Yeah, something
Or
like
whatever. But yeah, like faster than light travel, and this goes passengers too. You're pretty much giving up the fact that any life that you had before leaving on this
No,
trip.
you know that going in.
Yeah.
that. Yeah, for sure.
I think that's interesting because you say at least light speed. The closest thing to us, the closest thing outside of our, is like
Is an eagle.
100 light years away. That means if
I
we
think you're gonna go with speed. Okay.
so that means if we somehow created a ship that went the speed of light,
Yeah.
it would take them 100 years to get there.
Jesus.
That's insane. That's like, and we have nothing that's even remotely close to.
we'd have to dilute it to a
you-
light year in a matter of time, not a year per year.
Do you think there's life forms on planets that we haven't reached yet?
You-
Like,
Do you believe in extraterrestrial
like within our
life?
galaxy?
a
you
light
mean?
year
No,
and
yeah.
light speed. A light year is the amount of distance that light can travel in a year in
Yeah.
one of our years.
No.
It's not a speed. So it's
Yeah.
Speed.
light speed is
It's
a
a
speed.
schmeckle.
So I don't know how we're ever going to do that. I would say within the next 1,000 years before that is
yeah.
even
Maybe you just have to think about it differently.
before that's even.
Yeah,
We'll be long
That's probably
dead.
right.
Yeah.
Now, when you
I
said
would say
other
more than
planets,
100
maybe-
years, technically, going back. To
Our own solar system.
Sure.
Oh yeah.
I don't think there's any life on our solar system.
You
at
don't
all.
think so?
No.
Because all we have to this point are photographs. The photographs we have aren't good enough to really pick
I don't
out
think.
whether there's.
I
a
would
life form.
imagine
Takes-
there's life, but it's not intelligent life.
How long?
Right,
would be
right.
like- what they said it took them like 70 years to get to
Pluto?
Pluto.
Yeah.
Jesus.
And that's just a little grainy photograph. Like,
Yeah.
yeah. That's nuts. I don't know. Yeah, I think what you said is probably true. There is life, but it's in the form of some sort of plant or
microorganisms, yeah.
bacteria or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is still cool, but
And then
I
there's
mean,
just one giant wolf frog somewhere.
That'd be
sits-
one hell of
he's
a
just
frog.
sitting on Pluto
He's just
waiting.
living on bacteria. that's it.
growling.
I'll get him. I see him.
he like sees our satellite go by. I'm gonna fucking get that.
What was
shit."
the second part of your question?
How long what is the technology you think it would take to conceivably reach this future context? And
Now you're saying like
what technology we would need and how long do you think it would take us to get there?
I mean,
from our
you
current
sort of
point?
said it. You need like a shuttle that travels that fast. That's
Technology.
Faster than that. I would say
Yeah.
at least 10 times the speed of light.
Jesus.
How long do you think it would take us to make that technology from our current standpoint?
I don't think it's possible.
You don't think it's possible?
Even then, like, even
I
if
do.
you made that, could the human body withstand that? Like,
That's the thing. You'd have
Yeah,
to be in some
that's-
kind of cryo
you'd have to be in a
sleep,
tub of water.
tub of water because
Yeah.
water isn't affected.
That's all you
by it.
need: a sleeping bag and some water.
Sleeping bag. All right, throw the bucket of water in. It just dumps water in your
or you'd go the same route as what was the Chris Pratt and
Passengers.
Jennifer Lawrence movie?
It's a tub of water in a sleeping bag.
No, what is that movie?
passengers.
Passengers. You would need that sort of like they froze themselves basically.
No,
they,
it's
they
tub of water.
They cryogenically froze themselves.
Cryo means water.
No. Not at all.
Cryo. Here.
Water.
Tub of water.
So I would say within the next like 20 minutes it'll be invented.
You would need that though. You would probably need
CNN. Wow.
to travel
I
travel
called
that
it.
distance without your body being affected. You would need some way to preserve.
I don't
your
see how
body.
we're ever going to. Here's the thing that if they do, like, let's say for example, I'm talking.
Well, yeah, it's hard for you to conceive of a thing that's never even been like
when-
hinted at. So it would be a
Yeah.
couple hundred years.
let's
in your
think
opinion.
let's think realistically here.
No one
Okay.
thought we'd ever be on the moon.
Okay, but that's not very far away.
Well, we
It
faked that
is.
anyway.
Not compared to
It's like 20 minutes.
We faked that.
they took a
anyway.
car.
You hear me, world? We faked it.
They did.
Yeah.
So yeah, we haven't
No
even
way.
been there.
We faked it.
No way.
Okay, so think about this.
If
Hollywood.
Matt Damon
This
can
is what I-
survive
this
on
is-
Mars,
Okay, so if
we've gone to the moon.
they do discover a planet that's hospitable for us to move to, and we could reach a plane.
Move.
Well, yeah, like let's say
Colonize.
we colonize.
Yeah.
It's going to be the kind of thing where they're going to take a crew of people that are probably not going to.
come back.
No, they're not going to come back.
Yeah.
You're not. Humans don't live long enough for them to come back, and they're more than likely going to die on the ship on the way there. This is a one. If the ship does go, it's
Yeah.
going to be. You're going to have a bunch of embryos and stuff that they're going to
Throw
fertilize
out
them
in the dirt
and plant them.
and plant them like trees.
You see what I'm saying? Like,
Sex trees.
Yeah.
they're gonna have like that's the only, and then you have to just keep colonizing and having people run the ship
Yeah.
until you get there, and then you'll colonize that planet because it's so
Yeah.
far away.
I can see that.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I
The,
hope
um,
I hope we don't run into a scenario where I'm having sex in the shower and an alien shoves his spike tail up our parts.
Oh God!
That's just
Does that happen?
that's
An
in
alien?
the trailer.
Yeah.
We haven't seen it yet.
Awesome.
I really want to see it.
I'm stoked for it. Danny McBride is one of my favorite people.
It's a terrible reason to see a movie.
Hopefully he will.
He'll not
Is
be
he,
dead.
is he the comedic?
He's the pilot.
I would assume so. He's probably some
so
sort
Idris
of comedic
Elba in
relief.
Promethean is Danny McBride in this movie.
Who?
The black guy in Promethean. It was the
Prometheus?
pilot. Yeah.
Oh yeah. What's his name?
Idris Elba.
Elba. Is
Who
he British?
should
Danny
be-
McBride is the same character.
He should be the
Oh.
next James Bond. I'm
Danny
putting that
McBride?
out there. No.
Yeah. He'll wear a cowboy
Idris
hat.
Elba.
That'd be the greatest Bond film of all time. Danny McBride.
Fat drunk guy.
When man, this character really took a left turn.
Wow, this isn't British at all.
Who are you, sir? I'm Bond, motherfucker. James Bond.
That's a good spot to stop.
That's a good point to quote at Eastbound and Down, but I haven't seen enough of that to quote it.
It's a good show. It's funny.
Oh, it's a great show. Also, watch Vice Principals. We're just getting people to watch Danny McBride shit now. Vice Principals. This is the end. Check him out. Good guy. Yeah, funny.
So order subscription to HBO.
Hey, so did you look up your Snapchat? So you can you should look-
I didn't. Oh God.
so anyone can follow your
Oh,
feed
for the race.
for the race.
For the race.
Now we gotta get
time.
the episode up before race weekend.
Yeah, we can work on it this week. So if you're listening to this, hopefully it's up before the race.
Oh,
Here we go.
So my Snapchat is literally my name, all one word, Colin O'Baniel. So that's COLINOBANYEL. That's my Snapchat, Colin O'Baniel. Check me out for the race.
Banyo.
My story is gonna be nuts. It's gonna be pictures of my nuts all day,
It's just the entire race.
Separate kinds of nuts.
You're just gonna
These
hear
are some nuts. We bought assorted nuts today. And then
Chock full of
testicles in the
It has
middle.
nothing to do with the race whatsoever.
It's just, you're just hearing like engines like rev by, like
Almonds.
nut pick.
All right, thanks for listening, guys. Check us out next week. Peace.
Pew, pew.